Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, in with some celebrity news yet again. Now, I was over on Twitter, and I was wondering, why is everybody going ham, turkey, bologna, and pressed ham with some salami over these writers? What did they do? And I kept hearing people say they had no right to say what they said about Blue Ivy. Now, normally when I hear that, I'd be like, I'm not going to really go too deep into it, because a lot of times, people act a little crazy when it comes to Beyonce. She got stans, not fans, So I was over here and I found the articles that would give me the commentary I needed. So-called writers get flamed for talking about Blue Ivy's New Year's Eve photo, offers weak apologies. A New Year's Eve photo featuring Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, and Blue Ivy hit the internet waves, and most people loved the fun moment for what it was. However, some took time out of their day to come at Blue Ivy's looks, including two staffers for major publications who have both since walked back their terrible takes. The photo in question is a classic one, with Queen Bey sandwiched by her oldest child and Megan Thee Stallion, all mugging playfully for the camera in the black and white photo. While most people loved the photo, the hater brigade and keyboard coward crew were in unison in trying to talk down on Blue Ivy, who we must remind readers are only 7 years old. Among the den of stupidity that Twitter can inspire at times, a writer from Vanity Fair and Harper's Bazaar web editor both made some of the meanest cracks ever, and they were both absolutely flamed by the masses for their so-called joke. Vanity Fair film critic K. Austin Collins tweeted, "I have a feeling that Jay-Z face jeans are about to really hit Blue Ivy, and I feel so sorry for her." Harper's Bazaar web editor Violet Lucia wrote in reply to Collins' tweet, "Or she'll just get plastic surgery at 16, a la Kylie Jenner, and we'll all have to pretend that she always looked that way. I can't allow myself to feel too sorry for the incredibly rich." Right. As one can imagine, Collins, who appears to be black in his Twitter avatar, and Lucia, who appears to be a white woman, caught the wrath of the Beehive faithful and others on the sideline, as they should have. After some time, the staffers offered up a pair of paper-thin apologies, realizing how they may have messed up their bag and social standing for a little clout. Now, not for nothing, Blue Ivy is a beautiful black girl who just happened to have famous parents. Leave her alone. And to add, neither Collins nor Lucia have any rights to come at anyone's look, but we'll leave the rest of our petty comments unsaid. Child, they lit them up. And here's my thing. I'm gonna link this article so you guys can see all of the melee that went over on Twitter, so you guys can read it for yourself. But this is my opinion. Blue Ivy is 7 years old. She has a mother and a father. Both of them came together, and out of their union came her. Yes, she has some strong features of her father, but she's still a beautiful little girl. And I think that it's a shame that people constantly come at this little 7-year-old girl, all because y'all can't stand the fact of who her mama is and who her father is, and the fact that these people are uber rich and uber successful in their profession. That sounds like some haterade to me, and all of y'all need to have a tall glass of what I like to call, along with Lovely T, shout out to her, shut the fuck up. I think it's weak as hell to sit up and talk about a 7-year-old who does not have anything to do with her genetic makeup whatsoever. She was in heaven minding her damn business when down came her mom and daddy, and they called on her, and God let her come into this world. She didn't come into this world to be mistreated by adults. Those are two grown people who probably got families or kids or at least nieces or nephews of their own. And how would you feel if someone took the opportunity to talk about this child because her facial features are much like her father? What you trying to say? That's weak to me. Those are weak reads. And they don't hold no weight with me, because this is a 7-year-old child that they constantly talking about. I get tired of people taking the moment to talk about this little girl like she's not a person, and her parents are just stone figures and not real people too, who feel some kind of way about people talking about their baby all the time. She has nothing to do with which one of her parents she's going to favor the most. And she's a beautiful little girl. And girl, go look at them avatars of the people that said these things about her. You know, when you less than, you really don't need to say anything. We are all individuals. Each and every one of us have a flaw in life. Something that you can look at and tell that's not what society would consider normal. But what's wrong with that little 7-year-old girl? I have always felt like that was crazy to talk about this child like this. Y'all talked about the little girl hair, called her nappy head and everything. What's nappy head? Because she got coarse hair like she's supposed to have by having 2 African-American parents? What's wrong with her? It's nothing wrong with Blue Ivy Carter. What's the problem is, it's a bunch of people, like they said in that article, keyboard thugs. Because you wouldn't dare say any of this to this child's face in front of her parents. You're hating. Y'all can't stand the fact that Beyonce ranks supreme at what she do. Now, I'm not a stan. I like some of her music. But I don't hate this woman. I applaud this woman for working hard at her craft and achieving the success that she's achieved. And just because she's rich does not mean that it's open season on her children. You don't gotta like her. You don't gotta like Beyonce. You ain't gotta like Jay-Z. You ain't gotta like none of them. But look inside yourself as a fully grown person, adult, a fully grown adult, talking about a 7-year-old, saying that this child basically calling her ugly. Do you know what that could do to her? As she's in them formidable years where people's opinions will matter to her. Y'all could put this child into some type of depression. Have her going through years of counseling. Because she done been beat up by the world simply because her mama named Beyonce and her daddy named Jay-Z. Come on, family. Come on, grown people. Leave this child alone and let her be the beautiful young little lady that she's going to be, that she's going to grow up into. Let her be a beautiful little girl and grow into a beautiful young lady. She's not going to need no Kylie Jenner. And the fact that you said that was a dig at Kylie. I just don't understand how 2 facially challenged people gonna have the audacity to talk about somebody else's facially challenged. Now, you done started off the new year in some hot water. Because not only did you have to backpedal and pussy pop, you sitting over there on shaky knees right now worrying about what the backlash gonna be. Because see, Beyonce and Jay-Z, they don't do all that keyboard gangster. They don't do that. They in a whole nother class of people. They not gonna go back and forth with no fans on no Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat. No. You just gonna be told, we're not hiring any longer. Or your position has been filled. Or you will be ostracized. You will be blackballed so hard that, child, you'll be lucky if you get a seat at any event, anywhere. That's what you can look forward to. See, they not going to argue with you online. And they shouldn't. Money talks. And I think that people really need to think about who you messing with when you mess with somebody. I can guarantee you both of those writers are going to have a very hard 2020 for those comments. And I don't normally agree with that type of behavior. But honey, let me tell you something. When you come for my egg, child, all bets are off. It's all, all's fair in love and war. That's how I feel. So whatever happens to these people's careers as a result of those comments that were made maliciously about a child, you deserve it. You lucky. If you get a fundraiser event, if you get a ticket to a fundraising event for Ronald McDonald House, baby, with the way that y'all done sat here and talked about this girl, baby, I would be surprised if y'all ever get the invites that you may have gotten prior to those comments. Because I say all the time, fish die by the mouth. A fish could very well live because there's oxygen in the air, but he don't know that. So when he's taken out of his element, instead of him calming down, he will gulp for air that's already there until eventually it passes away. Sometimes people run their mouth. That little pink thing that's hanging in between your top row of teeth and your bottom row of teeth, that thing will end you faster than anything else in this world. You got to watch what you say and how you move in this world. And y'all just picked on a child of two of the top celebrities in the game. And I think you're going to feel the backlash more than just what you're going through being drugged up and down, round and round, and across Twitter today. You deserve these comments that people are giving to you guys. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Beyonce stan, because again, I'm not a stan. You could call me something like a fan, but I ain't no stan. I don't stand for no human being. But I stand for right. And to bring this woman and this man's child constantly dragging her about her looks and her appearance is wrong. Worry about your own life. Don't worry about this child. Because the things y'all are saying, she could one day hear if she don't hear this stuff around now. And it could alter her life. Be better than that. But you ain't got to, because I got a feeling that this will not go. I don't think that she gonna let this ride. I don't think so. Because see, that's a mama bear. And baby, when you mess with one of our eggs, we will get you by hook or by crook. That's all I have to say about that. I'm disgusted by that. I'm thoroughly disgusted. Now, as adults, we say a lot of things about each other, and we probably shouldn't say that either. But a child, you keep your mouth off a child because she has nothing to do with her genetic makeup. I think she is perfect the way she is, and I'm sure her parents and her stans would agree. That's all I have to say about that. In closing, as always, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YouTube streets. Comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this entire situation with two grown adults talking down on a 7-year-old. Does that make you mad? Does that make you wonder who raised them? I'll link the article down below so that you guys can go over and read it for yourself. Also see the tweets that were coming out over there on Twitter, because they was dragging them from one end to the other. Do you hear me? And I say kudos to everyone who drug them, because they deserve to be called out for their foolishness. If you have not subscribed to this channel or my backup channel, Lady Nyca Live, please subscribe to my channels today. Tap your notification bell once you subscribe. Set them to all so that each and every time I drop a pre-recorded video or go live from my channel, you guys will be notified and you can come over and join in the conversation. You guys have a great remainder to your Thursday, and I will see you on the next upload. Peace.